It was created by the UN in order to raise awareness on women's issues and to promote women's empowerment, all-around empowerment through health, education, and so much more. And so that is why we're here tonight. But we're here to celebrate the girl within us all, the child within us all, and every girl around the world. So tonight we're celebrating those girls who do not get to be celebrated, who are in those very suppressing environments. And so I want us to remember them tonight and to think of them and keep them top of mind. When we're little, we're born into this world as these human beings who are balls of light, who are ambitious, who are joyous, who dream big. And when you talk to little kids and you ask them what their dreams are, they'll come out with all sorts of crazy stuff. Whether it's an astronaut, a fireman, a teacher, a doctor, a rock star, a movie star, a philanthropist, and whatever else. And when you ask these kids what they want to do, they have just like, they know what pure love is, they know what pure joy and pure happiness is. And we look at adults that tell these kids that when they tell them their dreams, some adults, not a lot, but some adults will go, oh, you're not smart enough. Oh, you're not beautiful enough. You're not the right race. You're not the right gender. And basically what it's telling is they're not enough. And for a while as children, we don't listen to this. But eventually we start believing these lies as our truth. And we don't really know when that happens, but it happens over time. And then we start comparing ourselves to others that we think are enough. And we think that they're enough, but we're not enough. And once again, we create more lies as our truth. And what I'm inviting you to think about tonight is, how are we different than those adults? How are us who don't follow our dreams, who don't go after what we believe in, who don't love ourselves, how are we different than those adults who say, you're not enough? Kids follow by example. They lead by it. They follow our example. We lead by example. And if we're not loving ourselves, if we're not believing in who we are, if we're not following our dreams, we're not paving the way for these future generations. So tonight is about releasing something that is limiting us. It's about releasing something that is no longer serving us so that we can reach our full potential and that we can live our dreams. So I want to tell you guys a little story. The other night, I was working and this man came in and he was telling me about his wife and the amazing work that she does in women's empowerment. And I started talking to him and he goes, oh my gosh, you should talk to my wife. Like, she would love what you do. And all of a sudden in my head, when I was thinking about what I should talk about tonight, I go, oh my God, what if she finds out I have no clue what I'm doing? And it became a real threat, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have any clue what I'm doing. I did my first workshop last January, and I've done 14 since then. I had no idea what a workshop was. I had never been to a workshop. I had never thought about workshop. I had no idea what it was. But I knew that I had to do it. It was this passion, it was this calling inside me that I couldn't ignore. And I chose not to ignore it. And then tonight comes around. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done anything like this before. Kelsey and Maggie, we've never done anything like this before. But we did it anyways. And it's been such a learning experience, and it's been amazing because we're following what our passions are. And we're living that life and that dream. So, you may start off not knowing what you're doing. Who in here knows what they're doing? Like, raise your hand if you know what you're doing. Not a single person. Nobody does. Nobody knows what they're doing. But a lot of us come up with these excuses of saying, I need one more class, I need one more degree, I need one more job or one more year of experience. No, you don't. You don't need that. All you need is belief in yourself and that love for yourself, that you can do it, and you take that leap of faith. Because let me tell you a secret. My whole life I've looked for approval and acceptance everywhere I've gone. And I've been living my life for other people. And I've had this void that I feel, this longing for acceptance. And I know I'm not alone in that. And I know that's what everybody feels. But everything that you need is inside of you. All your potential, your talent, your gifts, everything that you need is already within there, waiting to be ignited, waiting for you to awaken that and show your true self to everywhere in the world. So that is what I'm asking you to do tonight. What are you ready to release? What is that limiting thought that you're ready to let go of? A couple weeks ago, I went to this thing called the Landmark Forum, which was amazing. And before I went there, I thought that I needed a story to stand up here tonight in order to empower women. And I was sexually abused when I was 15. And I thought that I needed this story, that I needed to say, I was sexually abused, and therefore I'm credible to talk to each of you tonight. But that's not it. What I realized was that in a victim story, you can't be empowered. You can't be empowered. You either are empowered or you're a victim. And so I decided that night to let that go. And what I also realized is that we are born onto this planet as empowered beings. We don't need a story. We don't need a circumstance or a reason to be empowered. You don't need a reason to put on an event or to hold a workshop or to talk to somebody or to be nice to a stranger. You don't need a reason to take a leap of faith and go after something that you want other than you want it. You have that within you. We are empowered. You are empowered, as you are. So tonight we're going to ask you, what are you ready to release, which is what I've said several times now. And I really want you guys to think about it. It's really important because tonight at International Day of the Girl, not only are you dreaming and empowering yourself, but you're dreaming and empowering for every girl in this world. For every girl who's been sold into human trafficking. For every girl who has been sold into marriage before the age of 13 or even a little bit older. For every child who's been sexually abused. For every girl whose family is too poor to buy them an education. You're dreaming for them. You're dreaming for the boys who are taught how to be child soldiers, who are also sold into human trafficking. And you are dreaming for the boys who are taught that women are inferior. So tonight we have the opportunity to dream for ourselves, to love ourselves, and to show ourselves that we are enough. But we also have the opportunity to dream for these children. And by dreaming for these children, we not only lead by example, but we are going to transform the future of this world. Because right now, in this moment, at our fingertips, we have the future of this world. And so let's come together tonight to unite in solidarity, to empower us, our community, our country, and the world for future generations to come. Thank you very much.